Welcome friends to the session on research report. It is in the unit 5. So in the previous sessions we collected the data, analyzed and tested, and it should be reported. The report may be go through by a technical person or by a managerial person or any public for that matter, or any decision maker for that matter. So according to the requirement we may prepare the report, whether it is for one particular person or group of person or in public. We should follow some nomenclature or some system or some format. Okay, so the general format is introduction. So in that introduction, just to address about what is the research, what is the problem is. That is, you have to give the statement of the problem and the objective of the research, and the methodology. Second is the methodology. What sort of methodology you are following? That is the what is the population, what is your sample size, on what basis you have collected the picked up the sample, data collection method, everything is put together, methodology. So thereby the reader will come to know that what sort of tests are applied. Then analysis. So what analysis you are applied, and real analysis. Okay, and based on the analysis you have some interpretations or findings, further interpretations and conclusions and suggestions. In detail we'll discuss about the contents of each topic in detail in the later pages. So here report may be types of report: short report, long report. Short report appropriate when the problem is well defined, its limited scope, simple methodology. Okay, usually 5 to 7 pages. It may be called as synopsis in a PhD thesis, or it may be an executive summary. Okay, that depends. Okay. So the short report tells about what is in the big report. The readers just to know about what is inside, just buying a 1-page report or 3 to 5-page report, accordingly it is 1-page report, everything will be explained in 1 page. Okay, or it is 5 page with the details, some methodology and some data analysis, everything is included in. So short report. Long report, complete history, complete story about the particular report. Anyhow, I tell that complete story, but when I was doing my MPhil, I prepared around 100 pages. By that time, one of my guru told that it should be not more than 60 to 70 pages. That is what he said is, whatever you want to say, it should be very precise and crisp. That is your capability or talent is conveying with a minimum words, but it should be covered everything. Conveying all matters with minimum words. There should not be any repetitiveness or unwanted explanation should not be there. Okay, so report writing is not a easy one. We have to cover all the information in a precise form. That is very, very important. We are not going to write a story or narrate everything and having some 200 or 300 pages. The research report weight, or the good research report, not in number of pages, how well it is organized, how well it is communicated. Okay, so the researcher, apart from the research knowledge, he additional skill is required, the documentation skill or the narrating or how to precisely write the report. Okay, so that extent we should have some skills to write the report. So long report, again technical development of the theory, full documentation and detail. It connects all the working paper and original data files, so it's a major source of a document. So here suppose the researcher try to prove the theory or disprove the theory, or he is finding out some with the new ways of analysis. There, he should quote all the previous papers, previous theoretical concept. Thereby, the readers or the forthcoming researchers are interested how it is proved, how it is disproved, what are the various statistical tools he applied. Okay, so there he has to explain all the working paper, all the ways he come across crossed. It includes full presentation, analysis, findings, and conclusion, reference. Audience or researcher, technical writer, or a long report. It is coming under the technical. Then management report. So based on our research study, the managers want to make some decision. Okay, that is called as management report. So here audience or managers or decision makers and are having less technical knowledge. The technical in the sense, the research knowledge. They don't have any in-depth knowledge about what is the analysis, what is the test you have applied. No, they are not interested because their focus is somewhere else. So readers or audience are less interested in technical details but interested in learning quickly the major findings. Interested in learning quickly the major findings. They want the findings, okay, very quickly. Okay, maybe in a graphical method or any tabular column. Okay, in that any pictorial explanation. Managers, they want to take decision with the support of the report. Okay, so that extent yours should be strong enough, robust enough. Often the report is for single person or very few person. So keep it in mind, this person needs and characteristics. So suppose you are submitting the report for only for the managing director or CEO or general manager, only the person is going to write it. Then we have to understand his need and what sort of characters he is. Suppose it's a group of person or a team or a committee, what for the committee is organized, what is the objective of the committee. According to the committee's objective or according to the group objective or the team objective, we have to write that report. So understand the audience need and prepare it. That's the concept here. A report should be accurate, encourage rapid reading and quick comprehension of major findings. Encourages the rapid reading, quick comprehension of major findings. Headings and underlines are quite helpful, and pictures and graphs are often replace the table. Even the graphs are better. Sentence and paragraphs should be short and direct, and it may be desirable to put in a single finding on each page. So here, while you are preparing a report, there are 2 or 3 concepts: readability, and another concept is comprehensibility. There are 2 things I will explain. And within the comprehensibility, the pace and validity, variety of methods, and tone and final proof. So, okay, so then I'll come to readability. Sensitive writers consider the reading ability to their audience to achieve higher readership. One can obtain high readership more easily if the topic is interest to the readers. One can point out the usefulness of the report, how it will help the readers. Finally, one can write the report appropriate to the reader's reading ability. Good writing calls for a variety of other skills to enhance reading comprehension. One can obtain high readership more easily if the topic is interest to the readers. So what it is? Write to create the interest to the readers. One can point out the usefulness while you are creating. This is useful for so and so person. So started with the usefulness of the report or the advantage of the report. Okay, how, where it will can be applied, like that. So we have to point out the usefulness of the report, how it will be helpful to the readers or helpful to the other community. Finally, one can write the report appropriate to the reader's reading ability. Okay. Then good writing calls for variety of other skills to enhance reading comprehension. Good writing calls for variety of other skills. Okay. That is convincing the readers, motivating the readers, okay, like that. Okay, that is readability. So in each and every report, there should be some readability. Then comprehensibility. Research writing is designed to convey information of a precise nature. Earlier I told that in a precise nature we have to taking care to choose the right words that convey the thoughts accurately, clearly, and efficiently. When concepts and constructs are used, that must be defined either operationally or descriptively. We have to define the concepts and constructs. There should not be any confusions. Avoid ambiguity, multiple meanings, and allusions. Words and sentences should be clearly organized and edited. Finally, there must be a pace. What is pace? Pace is defined as the rate at which the printed page presents the information to the reader. Rate at which the printed page presents the information to the reader. The proper pace is in technical writing is one that enables the reader to keep his mind working just a fraction of a second behind his eyes as he reads along. The pace would be slow when the information is complex or difficult to understand. Okay, so the pace would be little slow if the information is complex that I have to process. The reader should process it. Just like that, say it, he cannot. So the pace would be very slow. The pace would be fast when the information is straightforward and familiar. A thing to process, then the pace would be fast. If the researcher mind is lag behind his eye, then the pace is too rapid. If it is struggling, the researcher mind is struggling behind the eye, I think the pace is too rapid. If the reader's mind is wanders ahead of his eye, the pace is very slow. So we have to keep a proper pace. If the text is overcrowded with concept, there is too much of information per sentence. So variety of methods to adjust the pace in writing. Use ample white space and wide margins to create a positive psychological effect on the reader. Break large units of text into smaller units with the headings to show organization of the topic. Relieve difficult text with useful aids when possible. Choose words carefully, opting for known and shorter rather than unknown and long. Repeat and summarize the critical and difficult ideas so readers have the time to absorb them. Then coming to tone to review in the writing to ensure that tone is appropriate. The reader can and should be referred to, but the researcher should avoid referring to themselves. One author notes that the application of the you attitude makes the message should like it is written to the reader, not sent by the author. A message prepared to the reader conveys sincerity, personalization, warmth, and involvement of the part of the author. Remove negative phrasing and rewrite the thoughts very positively. Final proof here. It is recommended that when we collected the data, a lot of stress we come across, and even we are preparing that draft, we are under the confusion or we are under the pressure. Okay, anyhow, it should be final proofreading should be there. Okay. And these are all some checklists. Does the writing flow very smoothly, or the transitions when they are needed? Does the organization apparent to the reader? Do the findings and conclusion adequately meet the problem statement and research objective? Or the tables and graphs displaying the proper information in easy way to read? Before you are going for the final proof, be away from this at least one day. After completing all your report, forget about it. One day be relaxed, because you have come out from this, then you go for proofreading. Then your mind will be fresh, and then. So these are all the various steps to be followed while preparing a report. Apart from that, I will also discuss research report format. cover page, introductory pages, acknowledgement, abstract, table of content. This and all common. List of tables, list of fixes, text, chapters, main section, subsection, footnotes, conclusion, bibliography, and appendices. The cover page model, introductory pages. Okay, I think it is a self-explanatory. Unless you prepare, unless you come to this level, you can't understand all these things. So I think in the end of the second semester, you are going for a 15 days internship. By that time, you are able to, you should prepare this report. These are all the explanation given. Okay, general format is given, 2 or 3 formats are given. Okay, and finally there is a bibliography and footnotes, everything is explained here, appendices, everything applied here. Okay, and footnote there is a format, and the bibliography there is a format, everything is given here. Generally, if I talk about the format, according to my experience, I can divide the entire report into 4 chapters, or sometimes it is 5 chapters also. I take it 5 chapters. Before coming to the chapter, the front page, certificate, company certificate, institution certificate or university certificate, and title pages, list of tables, table of contents, okay, list of graphs, some acknowledgement, that and all can't coming into the chapter 1, that and all cover pages or title pages, something like that. Again, for that also some formats are there. Then coming to chapter 1, the chapter 1 consists of some 6 or 7 components. Say for an MBA project level, first one, maybe let it be taken as 1.1, it is introduction about the topic. Suppose you are doing a consumer survey, satisfaction survey. Who is a consumer? What is you mean by satisfaction? Yes, you have to explain it at least for 2 or 3 pages. Then, why this study? Or before coming to why this study, you should understand the basic definitions, theory behind the study. In the first 2 pages, just what is what you are telling, but in the second part, 1.2, customer satisfaction in which, where, in which industry? Maybe in consumer durable industry. In consumer durable industry, brand A you may test it. So what about customer satisfaction in consumer durable industry? That is industry perspective, you have to define the customer satisfaction. So industry profile, or about the industry you have to speak some words. Maybe the customer satisfaction in X industry is different, in Y industry is different. X industry may be consumer, Y industry may be industrial buyers. So what are the metrics will be different. So what about the industry turnover or industry characteristics? That is coming under the 1.2, and 1.3 about your company. And 1.4, some theoretical definitions regarding consumer buying behavior or consumer satisfaction, or what are the various terms, the concepts or the definition, various terms, important keywords, that is coming under the 1.4. Then 1.5, statement of the problem or need for the study. Why this consumer satisfaction study? Because for the past 4 or 5 years, the sales is coming down, or we want to understand the customer satisfaction, then only we can understand the gap. Some reasons you have to support for this study, and based on the study you have to raise question, that is research questions, or otherwise it is called the objectives. Okay, research objectives. 1.6. Then 1.7 is a hypothesis, and hypothesis, what is our assumption, and 1.8 is limitations of the study. Like that, the chapter 1 is organized. Then chapter 2, reviews. The reviews may be included in the chapter 1 or separately review and concepts may be constructed as chapter 2. Then chapter 3 is a research methodology, what we discussed. What sort of data, then what sort of data collection method, population, sampling methodology, type of data, what sort of statistical test used, what sort of analysis you have carried out. So by this saying this unit, that is chapter 3, complete methodology should be explained there. Then data 4, data analysis. Maybe the simple tabulation, data editing and everything is over. Then we come to tabulate the data, cross tabulation or simple percentage analysis or any chi-square test or any parametric test or non-parametric test. Through that test, you are trying to say something, you are trying to some inferences, some interpretations. That is coming into the 4. Then based on the data analysis, you are coming to a certain conclusions. So we are coming to a conclusion. What are your findings from this study? So chapter 3 is methodology. Chapter 4 is data analysis and interpretation. Chapter 5 is findings, conclusions, suggestions and recommendations. What you found in the data analysis, you are revealing. You cannot reveal all the findings. What the reader is majorly interested. So bring down the important findings first. The rest, if at all the reader is interested, let him go to the particular page or particular table. Let him understand. Okay, the important findings. We no need to explain everything. All that. Yes, this is the finding from the study. Major findings. Then conclusion. So conclusion in one page you have to write it. Okay, or major findings and what you want to try to say from the research study conclusion. Then recommendation, based on your observation, you are trying to recommend to the manager. The customers are not satisfied, better to change the policy, or the customers are satisfied, better. Okay. This is suggestions and recommendations. So again, suggestion, recommendation. You may suggest, but the suggestion may be accepted, may not. But recommendations, you strongly believe that this will help. So being a young person or we have a less experience in that area, we are not expert in that area, we can't give any recommendations. Okay. If we are in the upper hand, then we may recommend it, or otherwise it is better go for suggestions. Okay. Then later the bibliography, which are all the books we referred, format is there, it should be. Then appendix, the questionnaire, any other tables or the annexes that is coming under the appendix. Okay, bibliography and appendixes. When you are writing preparing a report, the format, letter of Times New Roman, okay, and 1.5 line spacing. Only the chapter headings are in the title case and remaining chapter headings are in the uppercase or in the capital letter, and the remaining are in the running letters. Okay. And title case, the title case is nothing but see here, details of spacing within sentence. The first letters or capital letter, that is called as title case. The table headings and the graph headings, all subheadings are coming into the title headings. So like that, there are so many regulations or guidelines are there preparing a research report, that is given in the format. Okay. Or when you are preparing the report, okay, the faculty guide will help you. Anyhow, that guidelines also I will send you through this soft copy. Okay, here oral presentation, what are the guidelines for the oral presentation? Mistake it is included. Okay, you take this questions. So with that, I will conclude the business research methods. So in our classroom, up to almost 2 units we covered, and in this online sessions I included more than 20 soft copies, 20 files. I think this 25 files covers the cusp of gist of the various topics. However, if you want very detailed one, you may offer any online material. Okay. And based on this gist of this content, I explained, I hope I explained through another 19 or 20 videos, which are having around 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. Beyond that, if you have any doubts, you can contact me. I'll give you the phone number and mail ID through other copies. Okay. And also I list down the test date and assignment date. That test date will be announced through the soft copy, and on the particular day you have to log in and you get the question, and within the given time you have to submit it. Earlier I told that I'll do something and again I'll expect something. If you fail to do that, then I will think of other ways to make you to do that. No other business except studying. As a student, you have to study and you have to learn something during this period. Try to utilize the period. Okay. So with that, I hope I covered all the topics in the business research methods. Okay, to by possible extent. If there is any gap, please feel free to contact me. Either I'll provide the notes or I'll make it clarification. Okay. Within short period of time, we will meet for the operations management for the last unit, critical path method and program evaluation review technique. Thank you.